The man got fired from his job. He said he was going to kill his boss. But he quickly realized he was overreacting, so he decided to go apologize. But he had no idea the boss had already been assassinated. Nelson pulled out a knife in shock. He thought about putting the knife back into the body, but he could not bring himself to do it, so he ran out of the office. He wanted to explain he was not the killer. Just then the real killer stepped out from behind the curtain and crawled into the air vent. Nelson rushed into the elevator. He tried to act calm and pressed the button for the first floor, but the knife slipped out of his pocket.
Sir, you dropped this.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I'm afraid you're mistaken.
Well, I saw it fall from your coat.
Thank you.
The elevator doors opened. Nelson nervously walked out. He pretended to have a nosebleed, but the cops ignored him because they had already seen the real killer on camera. Nelson ran to the back exit of the building, but ended up running right into the killer. Nelson thought the police were already after him, so every time he saw a cop he would run and hide. He told himself he could not keep panicking, so he decided to hide out in Mexico for a while. He planned to withdraw some cash from the bank, but then realized the police could trace it, so he threw away all his bank cards. After cleaning the blood off himself, he went to the bus station. At the same time the killer saw a wanted poster and also decided to flee to Mexico. He looked over and spotted Nelson on a bus nearby. He thought Nelson was a high-level agent tailing him, but Nelson was just fixing his hair in the mirror. The radio started playing the wanted alert, and that made the killer even more convinced. Halfway through the trip, the driver told Nelson he only had a half-fare ticket, so he had to get off here. The driver said if he climbed over 2 hills and crossed 5 fields, he would reach Mexico. Nelson was kicked off the bus. He kept running until he reached a forest. Starving, he found some fruit on a tree and ate it right away. Then he ate some mushrooms on the ground. But Nelson only got hungrier. He found a car in the woods and drove it to a nearby motel. The motel owner saw the wanted poster in the newspaper. Nelson returned to his room and saw the same newspaper. He started banging his head against the wall, but the killer in the next room thought he was digging a tunnel. Just then police sirens echoed outside. Nelson covered his head and walked out of the motel. The police immediately realized he was not the suspect. The killer they were looking for was tall and muscular, and Nelson clearly was not.
That's him!
Nelson told them to look behind, and the killer stepped out. The police and the killer started shooting at each other. Nelson thought they were shooting at him and tried to dodge the bullets. The killer jumped off the balcony and stole a police car. Nelson saw a train passing by and decided to hop on to keep running. Luckily, the driver stopped to switch the track, so Nelson climbed into a cargo car. He found it was full of ham, but the ham was all expired. By the time the workers opened the car, Nelson had already gotten food poisoning.